And good morning. My name is Jay Cleveland Payne to be exact. And this is Things You Might Have Heard. Today is Friday, October 28th, 2022. My name is Jay Cleveland Payne to be exact. And this is Things You Might Have Heard. Today is Friday, October 28th, 2022. I'll let that guy get the full statement out. He doesn't get to talk very much. Today, we're going to give you 8 news stories in just a moment that are more or less the tops. They're the top half of the stories we put out in the last 35 stories, last 30 hours or so. And you guys vetted them for being conversational. You said that these stories were worth talking about. In fact, a big surprise, one that we posted early in the morning as I was leaving for the gym, that posted while I was there at 3 in the morning, was the second highest ranking story overall because it was just kind of out there. That's what the new Twitter boss is allowing us to do. And we'll talk about the new Twitter boss as well in this thing. So thank you so much for being a part of the show. If you're not a part of the show on regular occasions, we'll tell you how to do that. Or you can go ahead and jump ahead and get a hold of us to see what's going on at our website. This is a conversationproject.com. This is a conversationproject.com for more details about the Conversation Project, plus ways you can help us keep the lights on, if you will, via our sponsorships and partnership opportunities. Let's get into the news stories for this morning, which are actually per yesterday, mostly. One this morning. This one, literally this morning. A story that came out late in the evening. We posted it ahead of time for stories, and we posted literally, took a look this morning as I headed to the gym and put a couple things in there to kind of stretch it out. So this one posted in the 3 o'clock hour Central Time, and this one was the second engaging story of our story today, which shows you why we wait until the last minute to pull these stories. Nudes of Wisconsin Badgers volleyball team leaked from player's phone. Police suspect hacking. It's a very simple story. And you saw the picture of the team in our teaser picture for the day. It's something that's becoming more and more common in this day, unfortunately, of, one, people having new pictures on their phones, two, people hacking into phones and sending them out to other folks. So it's something that you need to have some sort of vigilance against. I would say find ways to lock down your phone and get security on your phone, but they are suspecting that somebody hacked into their phone, someone with malicious intent, not just a person who just happened to hold on to the phone and wanted to do a prank. This is a bit meant to be a bit more malicious, although spreading nudes from someone's phone is kind of there. Read the story and get more details on this. Like I said, this isn't quite breaking news, but for us, we posted this story literally about 3 hours before I'm yakking these words out to you right now. That's how intense this story was for you folks out there for engagement. Stories that weren't quite as engaging, but still engaging as well. Powerball jackpot climbed to 800 million after no ticket match all winning numbers in Wednesday's drawing. That means you're going to have a good chance to win nothing because you will not win. As I say often, somebody's got to win the lottery, but it ain't you, it ain't me, even though we both have tickets. The odds of actually pulling this off in any capacity for the jackpot are so high that you think they never happen, but they are odds, and they do happen, not quite as often as they could, or there'd be lower Powerball numbers. We'll find out because, yes, I will go grab a couple tickets today to see how this thing works out, and say I will give my money to the education fund, which is what our scholarships, our lottery is a part of the Arkansas Scholarship Lottery. And so it goes to fund the Hope scholarships for people here in the state. In actuality, I'm just throwing money away, but you get the deal. Your mileage may vary on your lottery winnings. And if I win, I'll figure out a way to get you cut. Matthew Perry apologizes after questioning why Keanu Reeves still walks among us. A quote from him. A few weeks back, Matthew Perry put out a tweet basically saying, if Heath Ledger is dead, why does Keanu Reeves get to still walk among us? A very odd question from a person who's in a very odd place these days. We're seeing a lot of articles about Matthew Perry, about people who stood up for him when he was in his heavy drinking days. And now apparently it seems like he's gone back to heavy drinking days because he's putting out really dumb statements. He has apologized. Keanu Reeves put something out after the original statement saying, basically, dude, what did I do? And Matthew Perry has officially apologized. Read the article to see the non-beef get squashed. But this is just a case of a washed up has-been, if you will, just kind of wandering in questions, just kind of being relevant, and found a way to get relevant, but not quite in the right way. Taylor Swift's anti-hero music video edited to remove scene with scale. Now there were some issues with the video for Anti-Hero that Taylor Swift put out with her brand new magical album. It went out late at midnight a few days ago for midnight. However, this one had a scene where there was, a girl on a scale, and there were some issues with the scene. Now, I've not seen the video, so I can't really tell you from a full perspective whether it seems like it's a denotation or not. But apparently enough people were not quite happy with it that they've edited that scene out of that video going forward. So if you have a copy of it from the previous, then your server is going to be hit quite a bit for people trying to get the old one. In the meantime, we are all more sensitive to things such as bullying and body dysmorphia and things like that. I myself is suffer from issues of that. So I get it. I get the understanding of what's going on. And by weighing someone literally on their weight can be a big thing. We'll see if this thing boils over into a bigger thing through the weekend, or if this is going to die down, and if it's done at this point. Let's move on to Elon Musk, who's officially owning Twitter now, owning Twitter and owns Twitter, and owning some of the executives, firing off 4 of the top executives overnight as he takes over Twitter officially. Now, this day, October 28th, is the deadline for him to do the deal or lose a lot of money for penalties for saying, I'm going to buy something and then pulling out. Apparently, it all went down late Thursday after his Wednesday walking around with a sink and being kind of jovial and, doing the kind of happy thing. Thursday, business happened. Twitter is going to be officially within days no longer listed because Musk is taking it public or taking it private, and he's already cleaning house. He originally said he wanted to fire 75% of the staff, but then backed away from that. He originally said he wanted to kind of get rid of a lot of the ads, then realized ads is how they make their money, so he backed away from that. We're going to see what exactly comes about from the Twitter coming forward, including whether he invites back President Donald J. Trump. But in the meantime, heads already rolling. We'll see what the day comes for when they start to explain the new Twitter to the folks like us. Twitter is a big part of our platform here. In fact, Twitter is where the bulk of our responses come from our feeds. Most of them come from Twitter. So Twitter basically sets the table up, and then Facebook will interject in its cases and kind of shuffle things around. It's very rare that a Facebook story shoots to the top and takes over things. It's usually a Twitter story, and then Facebook right sizes things. We shall see going forward how much help Twitter is going to be for us, at least, and maybe for y'all as well. Miss USA program could use some help. They're under investigation after contestants claim pageant was rigged. Let me say this up front. I am not a fan of beauty pageants, literally the beauty pageant type stuff where they walk around, they do the thing, they say they want world peace, and they wear swimsuits. I just, in my mind and in this age, a lot of that stuff really isn't all that relevant. Although I did recently spend some time talking to a Miss USA contestant, and very nice person, but still don't quite disagree with the way she's getting scholarship money. It does seem kind of outdated in her ways. I can't do anything about it. Not my problem. What's going to happen is an investigation. For many years, there have been troubles going on with the pageants, both Miss USA and Miss Universe, which was owned by Donald Trump. Maybe he owns it again. I'm not quite sure. But Miss USA has been particular because it has been or Miss America, I should say. This has been the sort of the crowning achievement of what's going on. I can't tell the difference between either one, to be honest, because they're both the same. But we do find out that people are saying that pageants are rigged. If you watch any of those stories with the kids contestants doing beauty pageants, you probably agree that the pageants are rigged. We'll see how these things roll going forward as well. Laura Logan went a whole nother level of crazy. Exiled from Fox and Newsmax goes on Mike Lindell TV, which is internet, and yes, this is internet TV as well, to claim Biden is trafficking kids so people can drink their blood. Oh, yeah, the rich are drinking the blood of children, and they're literally drinking the blood of children, and Biden's is the reason. Biden's who's the ringleader. Biden is doing this on purpose for his power and whatever. And Laura Logan and Mike Lindell are having these conversations on the internet for people to see. Pause for effect. Pause for effect. Hydration break. Another pause for effect. And we move on. Yes, the viral reconstruction of Mary Magdalene face that resembled Lady Gaga is a big fat fake. Not only is it a fake, it's been around for a couple of years and it's been used to peg the famous faces of people we cannot know because they were long gone before we showed up. And yeah, so that recreation that Mary Magdalene may have looked like, and then wow, she kind of looks like Lady Gaga, it is a fake. Although Lady Gaga has said nothing because maybe she is Mary Magdalene. You don't know. She's not denouncing the fact that she may have male genitalia, so you never know. She's always up for a mystery, if you will. This one, not a mystery. This one is history and bad history in making. Putin accuses Western elites of playing dangerous, bloody, and dirty game. His quote from like a 4-hour tirade he gave on Russian TV yesterday, basically calling out all his grievances and saying what he thinks is up. We'll be talking about this come Monday. This is up to you guys. How do you determine what stories we talk about, and maybe this one? It's all about engagement. Go to our feeds on our social media sites, Facebook and Twitter. Facebook.com/This Is a Conversation Project and Twitter.com/TH_conversation. What you will see there is every 50 minutes we post news stories for you to engage in. You saw this morning a brand new news story that was gauged in pretty early. So we're hoping the bots aren't waking up early to get out of Elon Musk's way, that we had real response to it. But you tell us what to talk about. On Monday, because we have 3 days and 5 hours to pull from, we're going to pull 30 stories, the top 30 out of about 90 or so stories of that weekend. And we're going to pick 10 of them to present to you across a bunch of different things. We'll explain those in a minute, but make sure that you are lined up, suited up, toned in so you can vote for what's going on Facebook and Twitter. The scroll is down there telling you where to find us. And as you engage in the stories, we have the idea of what to actually present to you. We also present to you sponsorship things so that we can keep things going on here. Today, our main sponsor is the Chess Store Incorporated. Stop by This Is a Conversation Project.com/the Chess Store and get your fill on all the chess sets you can dream of. And these are some dreamy chess sets. They're all sorts of great ones made out of wood, made out of metal, made out of themes, made for themes, you'd say. And you have plenty of antique reproductions of classic chess sets, plus travel sets that aren't cheesy and cheap. They are made of plastic, so they're lightweight, but they aren't really ugly. There are some that are unique. There's some that are luxurious. They are chess sets, and as chess is growing in population, as this chess scandal going on about the chess champions, and them cheating and stuff, this stuff is getting wild, and more people are getting the chess because of it, believe it or not. So get on the bandwagon. Yes, get on the bandwagon for chess and get your stuff at the Chess Store. That helps us out here at the Conversation Project with a little bit back from this affiliate link. It is at thisisaconversationproject.com/the Chess Store. Reminding you that we live, at least internet-wise, at a place called thisisaconversationproject.com. On the Conversation Project's home website, brought to you by More Better Media, LLC, you can find great things about the Conversation Project. The point behind the Conversation Project is to bring more conversational things to the people around. We call ourselves your news side piece because we bring you the side news that you don't get on the main stuff. And of course, we claim to be a tertiary, not a main source, a tertiary news source because of that. We are a place where you can get some fill-in stories and some funny stories and other insights and a couple of things and a little bit of my opinion, if that matters. But check it all out at theconversationproject.com. Also find links to our other sponsors, our partnership opportunities, and some of the other things we're trying to put down the line at the Conversation Project. All there at thisisaconversationproject.com, plus links to social media and all our video sites and audio sites and our podcast as well. Things you might not have heard for today things that is. October 28th birthdays include Caitlyn Jenner, 73 years old, formerly Bruce Jenner, the Olympic champion now. Caitlyn Jenner, the politician of sorts. She's been in the news because she was essentially thanking people, the Republicans, for calling out transgender people being transgender, yet she's transgender. It's real weird, but it is what it is. Also, happy 67th birthday to Bill Gates, who also has got a little freaky in the last 2 years as well. But he's, of course, known for the founder of the Windows computer operating system, making billions of dollars and now claiming to give it all away in his lifetime. We'll see if he can beat that clock or what happens. Also, has a weird relationship with his ex-wife and his girlfriend, but that's not what we're here for. We're actually here for Julia Roberts. The beautiful, pretty woman is turning 55 years old today. Happy birthday to those folks. Some of the folks with some birthdays, obviously, because there are a big list of folks or whatever, but these are my top three. You can see more birthday lists in other forms that we produce for you. It's also breadstick day. It was Frankenstein day and some other sorts of day and world something other day and whatnot. But we're just gonna go simple. Get some breadsticks tonight. Get the pizza with the cheesy sticks. Go get a salad from Olive Garden and eat all the overstuffed breadsticks you can eat by two. Add two to it because that's making a challenge. Celebrate your breadstick day by doing something simple, getting you some bread. It's that simple. One more thing that you might not have heard includes this little ditty. While it may be spooky season, for many spooky season is becoming a year-round event. For the better part of a decade, the percentage of Americans who believe the paranormal has been on the rise, with 59% of women and 52% of men saying they believe in haunted places, as in the ghosts don't just show up around October because of a weird space nexus and because movie people want to put out movies. There are ghosts and haunted places all over the place. I have a good friend who works with a paranormal team who goes around, and every month or so they look for a place and they go and try to find paranormal activity. They bring back what they call as proof. I think it's mostly static and just kind of swamp gas, but we all agree to disagree. Good friend, and so he's doing his thing on that one. Are you one of the 59% of women or 52% of men who think that haunted places do exist? Let us know in the comments. How about that? You can do that as well. Now, let's wrap things up for the day. It has been the October 28th edition, 2022, Friday, for things you might have heard. I am still Jay Cleveland Payne, at least while this recording is going. It may change the name next week, but for now, I'm still Jay Cleveland Payne, and I'm glad to have you aboard for this production. A great week all around. Thank you so much for being a part of it, watching us live, watching us on replays, and listening to the podcast. Thank you for all your responses and all your feedback. We're taking all of it seriously, even the stuff that might be a little mean. We're taking it all seriously, taking it in and working our best with it. So we're going to do our best to incorporate what we can, and we're going to do our best to keep it under time because that's what you guys said was best. The fact that we're keeping it under 20, and we're doing our best to keep that up and less rambly stuff. So make sure you stay hydrated, you stay limber and focused, because the great things you are destined to do for the world can't be done if you don't keep yourself here. In the meantime, we are already posting news stories for you to engage in. We'll post them all weekend long, every 50 minutes on our feeds. So make sure you're following those and just be good. Be good to each other. Expecting a rainy and wet weekend here in central Arkansas, actually across the southeast of Texas, Louisiana, Arkansas, a little bit of the Mississippi and the Kentucky, those folks who are Missouri to the north slightly, and the people to our east. But we're looking for a cooler Halloween. So we'll see what happens on the 31st. Talk to you on All Hallows Eve.